Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will present about the introduction of this mini project soil assignment. So there are two things that involved in this mini project, which is the borehole and the water tank. So I will explain. The first is the borehole. So what is the borehole? Borehole is the narrow shaft bored in the ground either vertically and horizontally. So actually the borehole is to determine the characteristic and the strength of the soil in this project. There are also several purposes of borehole, which is extraction of water, environment site assessment, and also the mineral exploration. So next, the water tank. So what is a water tank? Water tank is a container that storing the clean water to use in many applications. For example, agriculture, manufacturing industry, and mineral water supply. So as you can see at the left side, the first picture is the example of borehole, and the second picture is the water tank. Next, there are four materials that we use to create the water tank model. Firstly, the A4 paper we use to cover up the water tank model. Next is the marigold box we use to create the rooftop. Next is the mineral water box we use to create the water tank wall. And lastly is the double-sided tape. Actually, our material we use is the recycled material.
For our soil profile, the ground conditions are mostly clay soil and silt, which are wet soil. We found out that the rock layers are very far below the ground surface, which exceed 10 meter depth. For our vertical stress distribution, the maximum stress are located at 1 meter depth, which it is in clay soil. The maximum value is 96.4 kN per meter squared. We can conclude that the deeper the depth, the stress value will be decreased.
Okay, for the justification of the soil stability to the vertical stress distribution, we found out that our soil conditions at borehole 5 and 6 were dense and soft ground area. Problems like slope instability, bearing capacity failure, or settlement could occur during or after construction phase due to low shear strength and high compressibility of the soil. Therefore, soft ground treatment method must be done. By installing piling foundation are the best method in order to cater the load from the circular tank to to a stable stratum deep below the ground surface. Before that, we must consider three factors before installing the pile foundation. Firstly, we must make sure the pile material are not overstressed in terms of structure. Next, the pile must not cause shear failure to soil. Lastly, the pile should not undergo excessive settlement. For our group, we propose the circular tank will be supported by 25 pre-stressed high-strength pre-cast concrete piles, which are 7 meter long. At the top, the pile will be embedded with a thick concrete slab in order to strengthen the foundation of soil.
So for the conclusion, we managed to analyze the sample data and also the soil profile at the end of the project. So we also learned how to use borehole method as one of the site investigation methods for our project. The third things that we get for this from doing this assignment is we are able to identify the vertical stress distribution of soil and the water tank. And lastly, we can know the needs to investigate the site area on any development project before starting the construction.